As you can hear, the motor is working, but the blades are not moving at all. So this is the issue that we're going to be fixing today. Alright, moment of truth. Let's go ahead and try it. Works like new. If I go to the turbo mode, works great. Phillips trimmer blade not working. Today in this quick video I'll show you how to fix it and what is the main problem for this blade to not spin. So stay tuned for this video. In this video I'm going to show you two main problems with these trimmers and how to fix them. And before we start, if you're new to the channel, please take a second to subscribe. And if you find this video helpful and it will help you, please support it with your like. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so this trimmer is QC5380, but the same problem happens to other trimmers as well. And I had similar problem with other Phillips trimmers, so this is a pretty common problem. So let's go ahead and first confirm the issue. I'm just gonna press the button here, start it. As you can hear, the motor is working, but the blades are not moving. So there are two main problems with this Phillips trimmers. Let's go ahead and open it up and see if it's going to work without the blade attached to the motor. As you can see, it spins freely, really fast, and even if I press the turbo mode, it goes even faster. So it's definitely working. There is no problem with the motor. The motor is spinning good. The battery charge is good. So it's not the problem with the motor or the battery. The problem number one could be with the blade, and what can happen, this blade can get some dirt underneath, it can get stuck, and then it's not going to move freely. As you can see, if I move it from side to side, this one slides really freely because I have already cleaned it. But if you haven't cleaned it, you can try that first. So all you have to do is just gotta lift up this metal spring. I don't even recommend lifting it from here, just lift it from here. I usually use the tweezers for that. So just lift it up, clean the blade, put it back in, close it and try it again. As you can hear, the motor is working, but the blades are not moving at all. This is not a problem in my case. I have done this already. In my case, the problem is this little metal piece. So we can just remove this blade, just like that. So it's going to be easier to work here. So as you can see, this rod here, this element should be sitting on the rod real tight, so that it can transform this rotating action into the reciprocating action on the blade. But with time it starts to wear out and it doesn't sit very tight. When it needs to transform this rotating action to move this blade, it's not sitting tight enough and it starts to spin inside this little element. So all we need to do to fix it is very simple. We're going to need some super glue. We're going to need to apply a little bit of glue inside this hole here, and then put it back on the rod on the trimmer. You won't be able to remove it after, but this is the only way you can fix it without actually buying a new trimmer. And maybe even after you could be able to pull it off, but you might wreck it. So it's kind of permanent fix, but what else you're going to use this trimmer for? So we're going to fix it. First of all, you want to clean it up a little bit. As you can see, this rod here, it has some grease, so you want to use some paper towel to clean it, because otherwise it may not stick to this rod. So just clean it. Once it's clean, you don't have to clean it perfectly. Then you also need to clean inside this hole here. If you can reach there, it's very small, so you can use like a toothpick for that. As you can see, there is still a little bit of grease there. So to fix it, we're just going to need any super glue. All you have to do is just gotta apply a small amount of glue into this hole right here, and then put it on this rod on a trimmer, and that's it. So it will be fixed real easy. Let it sit a little bit until the glue is firm. Make sure to close the super glue right away, and then just put it on this rod right here. There we go. So just like that, let it sit like this maybe like 1 minute, because this super glue works really fast. This one says it usually takes about 5 to 60 seconds. So we're just gonna wait for 1 minute before we try it. Or you can even leave it for like 5 minutes to make sure it's gonna get tight and it's not gonna break off. Alright, so it's been more than 2 minutes right now. I think it's been like 4 minutes now. Let's go ahead and try it out. As you can see, it spins freely. Still no problem. So this is another thing. You want to make sure that you don't apply too much of the glue so it doesn't go down. And it could just glue the rotor to the plastic body of this trimmer, so make sure you don't do that. Or if it goes even deeper, it could go into the motor and then it's just gonna ruin the motor. So make sure to apply just a little bit of glue, and that's all you need. And it's gonna stay there pretty firmly. Let's go ahead and try out with this blade on. Alright, moment of truth. Let's go ahead and try it. Works like new, as you can see. The blades are spinning real easy, no problem. If I go to the turbo mode, works great. So let's do it again. As you can see, it works great. And then we go to the turbo mode. Turn it off. And one more tip for the end, make sure to oil these blades regularly. Every time you use this trimmer, after you clean it and wash it, make sure to apply some oil on these blades. This will make sure that your trimmer is working for very long time. If you don't do that, it will start heating up and then the wear will be much greater, so you're gonna lose your trimmer much sooner than if you apply the oil regularly. So definitely do that every time you use it. And to oil the blade, just put a little bit of oil on the blade, just like this. There we go. That's it. It's done like in 1 second, but then your blade will be lasting you much longer. As you can hear, it sounds even differently. There you go, guys. This is it. This is how you fix basically any Felix trimmer if you're having problems with the blade not moving, but this method works with other trimmer brands as well. If you find this video helpful, please support it with your like, subscribe to the channel for more interesting, helpful repair videos. And if you have any questions, comments, drop them down in the comment section below. Also, you can go ahead and check out my other video. I appreciate it very much. This will help me a lot to grow my channel. But this is it for now. I hope you have a nice day. See you soon. Bye-bye.